Hey, listen to Wrestling Up on FreeFM, ArrowFM, and MP. As always, I'm Grady, and live on Discord we got Josh.
Hey.
We got 2 nights of SummerSlam coming up, August 1, August 2. If you're in New Zealand, that is Sunday and Monday. So let's just start off. Night 1, Women's World Championship on the line. Liv Morgan against Queen of the Ring, Io Sky.
This, honestly, it feels like it could go either way. The fact of the matter is that this is Liv's first title defense since WrestleMania, at least, which is hilarious. So technically, you could say she still has a new championship buff because she never defended the new championship to begin with. But then you have Io Sky, who's just like the best on Raw, and so I think it comes down to what story they want to tell here, and I think they may have tipped her hand on Monday night.
Yeah, obviously, you alluding to our brand new Women's Intercontinental Champion, Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, that and the fact that Liv's Morgan's promo was more of a, I'm amazing, I'm the best.
Mm-hmm.
People don't believe in me, but I always prove them wrong. It feels more like a misdirection to make you think she's going to win when she's not. So and then of course Raquel winning the Intercontinental title. So I think Io Sky wins, and then I think we immediately see at least the women part of Judgment Day blow up.
Yeah, the Raw women have been in a not great state, I'll just say. It feels like Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Fakir was meant to be the rematch coming out of WrestleMania. Obviously, Stephanie's injury happens, and this is all speculation, but then that puts Liv Morgan into a holding pattern. Instead of pivoting, instead of doing anything with her, we kind of just put her on ice for 3 months. Queen of the Ring comes around, we throw her in it. Look, they tried to make it all make sense. Ultimately, they just don't have the depth or anything to do with Liv Morgan. You stall out her title reign even longer through Queen of the Ring. Now we're at her first defense, Io Sky rematch of those Queen of the Ring finals. If you were gonna do an explosion of the Judgment Day woman, honestly, you've kind of waited a little too long. But pull it now, because we've got nothing going on here. If Liv Morgan retains and the Judgment Day, like Roxanne or Raquel, don't flip on her, I don't know what we're doing. We'll just go back into our holding pattern. So I want either or both of Io to win or the turn to happen. I'll take both. I need at least one of them.
Yeah, and I think that's where the Intercontinental title I think comes into play, because I think that might be where they end up feuding over for a while, and as well as a vehicle of being, hey, I am a champion, you're not anymore. You're not of any use to us. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I think the only thing is, like, I look at, Io Sky wins. Let's assume we're not doing a rematch, or the Judgment Day girls are off doing their thing. Your options for challengers are like Sol Ruka, who just lost the IC title, Bayley or Lyra, who are going against each other, and like Ivy Nile and Maxine aren't really going to be challenging for a world title. So we also need a bit of a shake-up here, which I will talk about, I guess, when we talked about the SmackDown WWE Women's Championship as well. But yeah, let's figure this one out. But Hell in a Cell, Femi, Brock Lesnar, match number 3, Brock Lesnar's hometown. Will Femi slay the beast once and for all?
Yes. Short answer, yes. Long answer, I think that this has been the entire point, the whole build. This is the reason why he isn't in a world title match. It's to put him over as a giant threat that can always just go in and say, hey, I want a championship run. And it makes sense. This is our next guy. This is the next big thing. And this is an excellent way to send off Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I think for this one, I'm just glad that we didn't try and shove any title on Brock Lesnar in the short term to have this for the title. Um, I'll be okay with the last 6 months as long as Femi walks out of here as the winner. Everything is contingent on that. If they go with some Brock Lesnar wins but makes Oba look strong, I'm not forgiving him. And hopefully, it all looks amazing for Obafemi going forward, whether that is, moving into a title scene, whether that's continuing to just be one of those guys at the top of the card, like a Gunther type, until it is time to pull the trigger on a title run. I imagine WrestleMania, but we are, 4 plus 5, 9 months away from WrestleMania, so I'm going to just put my fingers crossed on the logical Obafemi win and move on with that.
So I think this will be the main event of night one.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yes, you have a world title match for night one, but I feel like the biggest match, and this is no slight to our champion and their challenger, is Oba versus Brock. Being in Minneapolis, Hell in a Cell, and just the two personalities. I'd be shocked if this is not the main event.
Yeah, I could definitely see the undisputed WWE Championship match between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes being the opener, for sure. This is something that we've put together. Punk wins the WWE Championship. Look, we have this match. This is the match for the title.
Yeah, something that happened in the 3 weeks that we were away from recording. It was very interesting that when Punk made his entrance for the title, they referenced something very, very distinct with it, with him coming in through the same entrance that Drew McIntyre carried his lifeless carcass through. We need, honestly, we need something new for Cody. Cody keeps going out there going every time he loses the title, I've got to finish my story. We need something new from you, buddy. I think CM Punk retains, because I think Punk is going to be the target of whoever wins the briefcase.
Yeah, it's fair. I think SmackDown's main event division is strong. You do have your Cody Rhodes, your Punk, the two people who we'll talk about later in the number one contendership match, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn. You got Gunther floating around. It's strong. I like almost all of those matchups. I knew CM Punk Cody Rhodes was the money match that they teased after WrestleMania. I'm not a massive fan of how we got to it with Sami Zayn's short reign. We all figured that it was likely the way we were getting there, but I didn't want it to be. So be it. To do all of that and just hot potato it back to Cody Rhodes would be devastating. It would make no sense. And so to make the last few months make sense, keep it on Punk. That's all I ask.
Here's a fun thing, and I guess it's a night 2 thing, but we can go ahead and talk about it because it kind of, I think we both have decided it's kind of already intertwined with this match.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Zayn Balor match.
Yeah.
How about Finn wins the match and then wins the title?
It's not out of the realms of possibility.
No.
We saw Finn and Punk go at it when Punk was heavyweight champion. Good match. Run it back.
Yeah. Yeah, and this Finn Balor is a lot more confident and a lot more capable than the one that faced Punk in February.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is getting to a point where it is do or die for Finn, because I think Sammy's got a longer rope, so to speak, because his character is such that at this point that it feels like he could always be on the periphery and ready to take a challenge at the championship whenever they need him to, and it makes sense. I think Finn needs to win the match, because without it, he doesn't have a right to challenge for the title. And it feels like it is in a position where they have set him up where he has a strong chance at winning the title. If he doesn't, then he's probably never going to win the title again.
Yeah, that's fair. I definitely agree that out of like combining these two matches, Finn Balor versus CM Punk is my preferred combination of the four folks. I really don't want Rhodes to pick the title back up. I think Finn versus Punk is, as you say, the better match. Happy for it. I'm going to end my opinion there because I know we've got a lot more matches to get through. We've got a couple of 6-person tag team matches. First up, the men, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys going up against the Bloodline.
First off, I want to talk about the segment on Raw for this match. I think people are starting to see what we have seen for years here.
Mm-hmm.
That Solo Sikoa is absolutely entertaining. It doesn't hurt that he's now dressing like his cousin back in the day, but he has been absolutely. I've seen people that like hated his guts for so long praising him the last couple weeks. So I really, really, really pray they don't break glass and put him back in the bloodline because they have something with him here. He had the crowd in
100%.
his hands on Monday night. The way he was making fun of his brothers and the crowd going along with it, even with them the crowd acknowledging the fact that it is kind of ridiculous the way they do the yeeting all the time and stuff. That was a great line. What are you going to do? 30 minutes of yeeting at me?
Yeah.
I am absolutely happy, and I'll be happy if this develops into him being an actual face. I fear, I fear that they are going to break that glass and just shove him back in the Bloodline group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think with War Games and Survivor Series on the horizon, I think maybe 3 months out, maybe 4 months out, the fear is there, right? I I love him as a comedic face. I think it was the right idea to break him away from the Tongans in the way we have. I didn't think we needed to fire half of them to do it. But hey, Solo is running solo, working. Please don't break glass. I feel like there's a few matches here where I'm like, please just do the right thing. And in this case, the right thing is do not put him in the bloodline.
Yeah. That said, I think this feels like a match that either could go either way, but it feels more like this is one of the just set up for the Bloodline to win. I don't. I have just this strong feeling that I think LA Knight eats the fall here. Um, I I don't want. I would rather have the faces win, but it just feels like it's just not to be.
Yeah, that is entirely fair. I'm gonna shuffle us along to the women's 6-person tag team match. The Bella Twins and Paige, Nikki back in action, going up against the entirety of Fatal Influence, who just stole their title.
Yeah. Well, I think this is maybe the end of the road for uh uh. I'm trying to come up with a creative name. The pairing of Brie and Paige on the slide. It's not working.
I think the
Pie.
Paige had them
I'll
as
go with pie.
scream mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like this is Paige will be ejected from this Bella Twins and Friends group.
Yeah. So I, and honestly, this is part of like I think our build to what we have talked about, where we felt like JC was probably a high chance at winning the briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to have her and her group win here to further her steps towards that.
Yeah.
So I think she wins, and I think immediately after that is when Paige gets absolutely annihilated by Nikki and Brie. Paige goes off on her own, and then we might get Paige um, challenging for a world title down the road. Uh, and maybe getting a title reign. We'll
Yeah,
see about
maybe
that.
that's the
But
shakeup it needs, right? Because we need some more strong top card talent for the woman. Paige can spin out of this. And do that, I'm sure we'll have to burn off this feud first. Some matches with Nikki and some matches with Brie, fine. Maybe this is the start of the women's war games over here. If the Bellas are gonna, flip and go full heel, just banging with Fatal Influence, you got a 5 there already. Paige got to go find some friends. There's definitely, the next 3 to 4 months spin out of that, but next year, maybe we're looking at something bright. Well, we're over halfway, so I'm going to quickly shunt us into our theme for this week. It is Raquel Rodriguez, our brand new Women's Intercontinental Champion.
La ruda, la más ruda.
And you're back at the Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM, ArrowFM, and MP. I'm Grady, he's Josh. Last match on night 1, Gunther, Nick Aldis. Fingers crossed, banger.
yeah, I think it will be. Gunther's Gunther. Gunther is a machine, and a lot of the ways we described Bryan Danielson throughout the years can put on a close to a 5-star match with a broom.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see much of Nick Aldis' stuff on the Indies. I saw a few things that he did in TNA back in the day, but not a lot. But I have been told he was really, really good. I'm not expecting him to be on Gunther's level, because there aren't many people that are on Gunther's level to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But I expect them to have been working together, practicing for at least the last couple months. And I expect a really, really good match, probably 15 minutes. I think Gunther puts him to sleep, but I think if he wins this match, it's going to be some problems for Gunther. So I think Gunther wins, but I think it'll be a hell of a match.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be similar to the Pat match, where Nick Aldis ends up getting some respect out of Gunther in the loss. I hope if Nick has this in him, that he will, say, oh, this reignited the spark for wrestling, and maybe come back as a full-time, part-time role on the show. Be interesting to add him to the mix.
Yeah, 2 things. 1, he already had to resign as general manager to even take this match. 2, he's actually younger than anybody in a world title match right now. He is 39. And that makes him younger than half the roster.
Yeah.
So I think if he wants to, and WWE and Triple H wants to, I think he could go full time. And who knows where we go with him? It's one of those questions of where, but of what they do with the character and stuff. But I wouldn't be shocked, and I'd be all for it. It just, if he doesn't, and he just wants to have this as his last hurrah, this is my last ever match, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that too.
Yep. Well, we got about a minute and a half per match, so let's spin through night 2. United States Championship on the line. Trick Willie defending against not Carmelo Hayes. I'm really sad. Cry. Against a returning Baron Corbin instead.
This should be fun. I do think that maybe, while Trick's had the title for a while, and there is the whole new title that he created that maybe gives him some sort of buff. Personally, I know we've wanted to see Trick versus Carmelo. I love Baron Corbin, and I want him to win the title. So I'm going to contrarian, and I'm going Baron Corbin.
I can't believe it. I'm sticking with Trick only because I want that Trick Carmelo match down the line. That's all I want. Give it to me down the line. next show. I don't know which one it is. Money in the Bank next. There's a Saturday night's main event. Give it to me there. I don't care. But that's all I got to say because we got time. Human Money's on a Pole match. That weird sentence coming out of my mouth. Danhausen, Dominic Mysterio.
It would be weird if it wasn't for the fact that Danhausen in the match.
Yeah.
I think Danhausen wins, continues to curse Dominic, who then will go on to the AAA event and lose his title to El Grande Americano. And I think eventually he's going to have to crawl back to Danhausen to get the curse removed. And then maybe we'll see Dominic in a main event in a year. But anything Danhausen does is fun, and I'm all for it. So,
yeah. Intercontinental Championship, Penta coming in as champion, a redeemed Chad Gable standing opposite.
I think this is in for Penta, and I think Chad has really he cut the best promo of his career in WWE on Monday. Talking about how he betrayed everybody, how the desire for this title cost him everything, and I think it's time for his redemption. It's time for him to win the title, and it's time for Penta to move on and maybe win the briefcase, because that would be fun.
Yeah, I agree. I think Chad's earned it. And it makes the most sense for Chad to come out with the win. Penta's had the title a long time. Chad's hot right now. Let's commit to it. I don't think Penta loses anything in losing. This is just, two solid faces going face to face. And should be a banger. WWE Women's Championship for SmackDown. We're crowning an interim champion. My least favorite concept in a 5-way ladder match. It'll be Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, and either Julia or Lash Legend taking that 5th slot.
I have a heart pick and I have a head pick. My heart pick is Chelsea Green, which
Good luck.
I really, really, really hope for, because she made her name in the last ladder match she was in. But my head is Charlotte Flair. I think they're going to break glass, give her her 15th title reign, because ultimately I think part of it is going to be her versus Rhea for the unification of these titles.
Yeah, if we're going crazy out there picks, I'll just pick Julia to win then. If you get Chelsea, I get Julia. I'm not even sure she'll beat Lash Legend this week.
She won't.
But as you say, the most logical sense here is a Charlotte. Jade's already run with the title. Tiffy's holding the other title. Chelsea, Julia, Lash, probably not going to happen. It'll be Charlotte Flair. Can almost guarantee it.
I just think it would be fun for Chelsea to win and face Rhea, and then maybe even shock everybody and beat Rhea, only to then be cashed in by JC Jane. Because I think that would piss people off more than anything else. Is JC cashing in on Chelsea?
Well, then we got about a minute for our main event, the World Heavyweight Championship, the Shield versus the Shield, Double R, Seth Rollins.
The story they've told and stuff, it's like, yeah, it's everything you've known. It's Roman being the guy, Seth being jealous, Roman never being really able to beat Seth, at least not in the last few years. I think Roman wins, but I don't think it comes cleanly. And I think that's where the fear that I had earlier comes into play. Because if this is anything like anything that we've seen in the last 7 years, the Tribal Chief era, we could see Solo Sikoa cost Seth Rollins this match. Not that I want to see it.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm never going to bet against Roman Reigns. I think obviously Roman has beaten Seth. It's a while ago now, but he has beaten him. Similar to the Punk Rhodes match, it feels like we kind of just threw it at a wall, we go, hey, you know Roman, you know Seth, you know they have history, let's just do it again. And I'm sure it'll be a good match. I just don't know where we go with either of them coming out of this, unless these are going to be the captains for War Games. I don't know. But it's high-profile spots for both of them. It puts a big marquee match up on the banner for SummerSlam. And we'll see how it all rolls out. Well, that is all we have time for this week. It's been great talking to you.
Maybe.
You can visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/wrestling R&D up, our Twitter page, twitter.com/wrestling R&D up, or our YouTube, youtube.com/wrestling RND up. And we will catch you next week.